Welcome to the Coaches Show on the Spartan Digital Network. That's Preston Ingram. I'm Kevin Paulus. And Preston, season's underway. Got a couple of games under your belt. How you feeling right now? 1 and 2, so, it's
sometimes and sometimes.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out. I mean, kind of knew what it was. I'm just kind of talking about last time is that we're trying to figure out who we are and what we're about. We haven't had that many practices together as a team just because of injury or sickness. I mean, we've only really had maybe 6 or 7 times that we were able to go up and down and be able to actually play. And we didn't get a scrimmage game, so we're trying to figure ourselves out. Mm-hmm. And, in the very beginning when we were playing teams that have had that time and that time together as a team or played a scrimmage game and got to be able to do that, we're kind of behind the mold a little bit. But, look, I also thought there was a lot of positive things that we can learn from, that we can see. It's the beginning of the year. Nobody really looks great, particularly in the very beginning of the year. You're seeing teams get beat that, from all kind of different levels, from NEIs beating Division I's to Division IIs beating Division I's to, last night Colorado beats LSU women in the home opener, And so, I think it's the very beginning of everything. But I like where we're at. I like where we're going. We did a lot of conditioning. We got to get some conditioning up. And we got to get through the injury bug. And I'm hoping that the injury bug will pass us at some point, maybe go somewhere else. Yeah. But hopefully once we get that, I think we'll have a chance.
Yeah, and to kind of bear out your thought there, going into the Baptist Bible game, weren't really sure what you had. Heck of a game. Not a lot of defense played in that game, I think you would admit. But, that was kind of your substitute for a scrimmage game, what it ended up being, because you threw all kinds of lineup. Just talk a little bit about that game. First of all, Baptist Bible College is no joke. That's a really good team.
Very good team.
But giving up 90-something, I could tell that you were not real happy.
Still not.
Yeah.
I think my first time out was the world record of 37 seconds.
That was funny. Paul and I talked about it. 37 seconds into the season, first time out. We're like, oh boy.
Usually, I'm notorious to let it go past the time I should already call a timeout, and now this time I think I had enough of watching guys get wide open layups off of a backdoor and a transition layup. But it was. Neither team could guard a closed door chair, and there was way too much space and way too much directness, and we let guys get free. But on the contrary, is we had a lot of that exact same thing.
Right.
We got free.
Scored a lot.
We scored 86. You scored enough. You just didn't defend.
So you guys move on from the BBC game. Next up was a tough one, number 18, Wayland Baptist, and you and I are friends, so I'm watching the video, and I was like watching you on the sideline as a continuation of BBC. It was quite entertaining. That was a frustrating game against a really good team. You guys, didn't. I won't say you didn't compete because you won the second half, but the first half, you could tell it was still trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, and then we couldn't kick the ball in the ocean.
Right.
I thought we had open shots. I thought that in the very beginning of the game, I thought we came out pretty good. I think we kind of shocked them a little bit. And then, we had a bad 8-minute spell.
Yep.
That we couldn't make any shots. We couldn't defend anybody. They made some shots. I didn't think either team particularly played hard.
Right.
And that was disappointing on both sides of the ball. Like for them and for us, because obviously Clint and I are really good friends. And Clint and I would talk afterwards. And, I didn't think that either team particularly played hard, but they played harder and was way more seasoned, and they made shots.
Right.
And we didn't make any shots. I think we shot 22% in the field.
It wasn't good. Yeah.
And we can't have guys go over, and we can't have 2 of our better players go 2 for 15 from the field.
Right.
And expect us to be able to go be in the game that way. I thought that we made some shots, and this is reductionist, but I thought that we made some shots. I thought we would have been just fine. I think that it would probably been like an 8, maybe a 9-point game at halftime. Them.
Yep.
I don't know if we played well enough to be able to win the game, but I do think that we're good enough to be able to play with them, and I think that we're better than what we showcased. And that's the unfortunate part of the whole entire thing is that I thought we was way better than what we gave efforts to.
Right.
But we got to be able to believe.
Yeah.
And we got to be able to show that we can believe. And then, we got to be able to defend and be able to do the little nuances thing also too. And right now we got to find that equal balance between the two.
Yeah, to your point, I think you guys shot like 22% from three. Just couldn't get shots to go down.
No.
Shot 26 of them, and made like 5 or something like that. So, and then you guys moved on, got able to get that out of your system a little bit. Our Lady of the Lake,
Yep.
I think
Yep.
that was a good win for you guys.
Very good win. I mean, against a very good team.
Yeah.
That's got a lot of respect.
Mm-hmm.
They're very similar to us. I thought the first half, I thought we played pretty good outside about 4 possessions. I thought we played about as good as we could be right now where we're at right now. Outside of 4 possessions in there where I thought that we gave them too many shots and they scored off of. And so we go up, was it 15, I think it was at halftime?
Right.
And then we came out and just died.
Mm-hmm.
And, the first 5 minutes of the game in the second half, they went on a run and we sparked it up and we made it a game that it shouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that we should have took care of the game a little bit more than what it was, but we found out that we can win. We found out that we can overcome some stuff. We did pretty much basic stuff at the very end of the game to be able to get us in the position way to win.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm hoping that we can build off of it. But it's the small details for us right now that we got to be able to get. And I think that right now we're like in the second week of October where everybody else is in their second week of November. That's where we're at right now. We're in our second week of October that we're trying to learn different stuff because, it wasn't but 4 weeks ago, we had all of our bigs able to play and no guards. And we did that for a week and a half. And so, we're still trying to figure out how to pass, cut, move, and be able to receive passes and be able to do certain stuff. And it's been a challenge, but, I think we're getting there.
I think that, obviously those are early season struggles for when you have a team that you're bringing in 6 new guys, figuring it out how to play together. And I think that also comes back to your point of the consistency as well. You guys will have spells within a game that you look like world beaters, and then you'll have a 5 or 6 minute stretch where
you don't know
they never picked up a ball, or something. So
and we go donkey brain.
Yeah.
And we just black out. And I think part of that is that is lack of conditioning, is lack of discipline, and it's not because we're not disciplined, is that we're not conditioned to be disciplined in our everydayness because we haven't had a consistent basis to be able to practice.
Yeah.
And so I think once we get that kind of fine-tuning, but the problem of it is that we're having to do that now with games coming.
Right.
And it's like one after another after another. And, luckily we got out of that week 1 and 2, and we didn't go over. Tomorrow night against Saint X, we got to make sure that we try to put on a good show and see if we can't get something really going again against another good quality team that was a national tournament team last year. So hopefully we can build, and now we're dealing with more injury. And we got to be able to figure that out, and somebody else got to be able to step up.
Yep.
That's what we got to be able to do.
Yep. So you talked a little bit about Saint X. Tell us a little bit about the challenges that they will present for you guys.
Their home opener.
Yeah.
And again, they're a national tournament team from last year. They got 2 guys that are really, really good players that can really score and present some different challenges for us. They got a guard that they start that's little, but he's slithery and he gets downhill and he puts pressure at the rim. They're very pro style, I guess you can say, and slow in their ball screens. They run a lot of ball screens to test our ball screen coverages. And it's going to test us whether or not we can stay engaged defensively. And I think that we do. I like our chances. We're going to have to get out and try to speed up the game a little bit. They do want to pick you up full court, which we've already seen the first 3 games. So I think that's not going to hopefully not bother us as nearly as much as it did the first game against BBC. I think we've progressively gotten better as time has gone. We got to make down some shots and be able to play on the road. And the good thing of it is that, man, we're already getting battle tested on the road right away. And we're getting battle tested against some teams that have been proven, against some really good coaches that are seeing it. And we're seeing everything that you possibly can in the first 4 games.
Right.
And so I'm hoping that we go up there and have a good performance. And we had a good workout just now, and hopefully we get a good shoot around tonight and put the ball in the hole.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get some stops.
And get some
and guard,
because
I'm tired of not guarding.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that.
Yeah. I'll share. Again, we're friends, so I can share this with you on the broadcast. Paul, it was like the midway through the first half or something. It's BBC. He's like, we've only committed 2 fouls. I said, it's because they're driving right past us.
Absolutely.
For layups.
Hey, and I'm saying the exact same thing on the sideline. Again, not only did I call a timeout the first 37 seconds, I made a random substitution with 5 guys going in and out.
Oh, yeah. We call it a hockey line change.
Yeah, a hockey line change. And then I snapped a clipboard. So I just got it all out game 1, I mean, I think I covered every aspect of form I possibly can do.
Yeah.
And I think I lost more hair. I sweated through everything.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep. And so, game 1 out the blocks.
Yeah.
I'm almost back on the Red Bull here pretty soon.
Yeah, you almost got Paul with a water bottle at one point, too.
Well,
so.
yeah, that's another thing, too. I knocked the water ball. I think I covered everything in the first game, right off the rip, man. Home opener, we had a great crowd.
Yeah, it was.
Let's talk about that. We didn't do our part, but, man, I tell you what, I mean, we had some spectacular plays, but so did they.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a live game.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that we get that again next Saturday at home when we play Edgewood here at home. Man, phenomenal crowd, phenomenal energy in the building. And I apologize that we didn't put on the show that we should have put on. And
you can still put on a show.
We put on a show.
There was some.
I mean, Evans little in and out between, went up. That was pretty silly.
Yeah.
Nico had a really nice one.
Yeah. Yeah.
They obviously had 15 in a row. I think Jacquez was on the rim. But, I mean, it was a live game. It was a live environment.
Yeah.
We will be better.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully our next home opener that we have, our next home game we have, comes out with a win. Now, for the record, though, we've never done well in our home openers.
That's true.
We've lost to Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. But we got blown out. But we beat them the time before that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I got to let Chris know that we beat you still, Chris. So, Chris, if you ever watch this, we're still 1-1. I'm still keeping hockey on that part. Actually, Chris and I talked this weekend about it, but he just beat us by 40. We beat him by 6. So, either way, we still have a win. But our home openers, we've never done well.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why. I don't know why that's a reason, and we got to get better in that. But we have progressively always gotten better, and that's what I'm hoping right now, is that we progressively get better. And this week, we need to go 1-0 each day, and that's just told these guys, let's go 1-0. Let's just figure out each day. We're making different lineup changes all the time because we're trying to figure out what goes what, but we're also trying to make a disciplined statement of what's allowed and what's not allowed.
Right.
And like I said, it goes back to just a minute ago, is that we're in second week of October, where everybody else is in second week of November, and they're a month ahead, and we got to play catch up, and we got to catch up faster than sooner. So we got to make up grounds of 2 weeks and within a week, and then again next week, and then we get our chance to go back and redeem ourselves with BBC here coming up in 2 weeks, at third place right after Thanksgiving, and that's a big one because now they're coming in the league, and they came in and made a statement in our court. We got to make a statement back at their court. And I think our guys are going to be hungry, and hopefully we'll get it done.
All right. Best of luck this week.
Appreciate it, man.
It's Preston Ingram, and this has been the Coaches Show on the Spartan Digital Network.